calling, you don't feel like falling. You should come with a warning, calling me at 3 in the morning.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Yesy. Welcome. So today's video is going to be part 2 of the Jaclyn Hill Vault Collection series. I'm going to be doing a tutorial using one of the palettes, which is the Bling Boss palette right here. These like purples, mauves, love it. So in honor of that, I'm wearing a plum top. It's really a dress. But anyways, so I got so much good feedback from the last video. That look honestly was one of my favorite looks I've ever created with that palette. I almost forgot to do this video this week just because I just got back from Disney and I'm just like a hot little mess. But I'm sitting down, I'm gonna film it, and I really don't know what I'm gonna do yet. There's so many pretty colors, honestly. I don't even know it. I'm gonna try and do the same thing that I did in the last video, which was use an eyeshadow as a blush and another eyeshadow as a highlight to see how that kind of works. So I'm gonna attempt to do that. If it doesn't work out, I'll just use another blush. But let's jump right into it. My face is already done. I already have foundation, powder, bronzer, all that jazz, but I am gonna prime my lids like I did in the last video with my ColourPop concealer to get this started. So let me brainstorm a little as to what I'm gonna do. So I think I'm gonna do a halo eye. Let's see. Okay, let's get started. Let's prime our eyes real quick. Alright guys, I didn't grab my RC Amino color powder that I did in the last tutorial. So what I'm gonna do is grab my Becca powder. It's not really meant for this, but I'm going to stamp it in the corners to help out with the fallout. Okay, let's start off with the shade Hush Hush right here. It is a mauve color as our transition shade. This shade is pretty pigmented. Putting that all over my crease, in my inner corner, everywhere, all over the lid basically. So now I'm gonna go into the shade Rockstar right here. I'm using this Morphe M433 brush. I'm gonna dip into that shade, pack it in our outer corner, dip back into it, and pack it in our inner corner as well. We are leaving the middle with no shadow because this is going to be a halo eye. I'm going to take this fluffy brush that has no product and just blend a little bit. I'm going to go back into Rockstar and deepen out that outer corner. I'm keeping this color really low. Going to dip back into the powder to make sure the area is still sharp. So I'm gonna dip back into Hush Hush right here with another fluffy brush, and I'm going to just blend out the edges. So I'm going to take my concealer again and carve out that middle for the halo eye. Then I'm going to dip into the shade Ballsy right here. It's like a really pretty dual chrome color. It's like a violet with gold. I don't know. It spoke to me. And we're going to put it in the middle. I don't think it's picking up on camera how beautiful it is in person. I want to take it one step further and wet my brush. So I think to kind of piece this together a little bit, I'm going to use the shade Pizzas, I think it is right here, with this small brush. And I'm going to attempt to blend out the edges a little bit. I'm sorry if you hear any noise. My dog is freaking out right now because there's like a thunderstorm, so I apologize. So I'm gonna go back into Rockstar and deepen out those outer corners. and the inner corner. Go back into the first shade, Hush Hush. Blend out any of the edges. Wipe off. I think I'm going to take the shade Mystic right here, this dark shade, and with this little flat brush, line the edge. Now let's move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to do the same thing with Mystic on the lower lash line. So I'm going to get this smudger brush right here, and we're going to run that on our lower lash line. Now I'm going to get this pencil brush and go into Hush Hush and just blend everything out. So for my inner corner, I want to take the shade Bling Bling right here. And I'm going to put that in the inner corners. And I'm going to put that same shade on my brow bone. Alright guys, I'm going to put hella mascara on it and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now let's move on to blush. I'm going to attempt to use one of the shadows from the palette, and the only one really that I think I would use would be Hush Hush. So let's see if that works. It's very similar to the shade the Libra in the Kathleen Zodiac palette, only that one has a satin finish and this one is matte. So let's see. I think it has a tad bit too much of a grayish undertone. It's not giving me so much mauve. I think I'm going to pick up my Zodiac palette and finish off the blush just because I'm not a huge fan of this shade as a blush. So it doesn't work for every palette, but let's go into that Zodiac palette. You see? I just love this shade as a blush. Because it has a satin finish and it gives you like a rosy mauve vibe. Oh, obsessed. Alright, now for highlight. I'm going to attempt to do Bling Bling as a highlight. Now this shade is pretty glittery. I'm not too sure how that's going to work out, but we are going to attempt it. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. I don't know if it's because of the brush, but I had to dip into it a couple of times just to build up intensity. But I know that when I swatch it with my finger, it's really intense, you see? So I think maybe the warmth of the finger is what it needs, because it just feels like a tad bit dry with this brush. But it still gave a really, really nice highlight. It doesn't look chunky on the skin, so I think it works. Alright, last but not least, let's do some lips. So I'm going to be doing like a little trio situation. I'm going to be using the Lumiere lip pencil from ColourPop. ColourPop lip pencils are just a bit of a hot mess for me, but we're going to attempt to figure this out. I'm going to attempt to do an ombre vibe. So I'm going to take this nude shade from Kat Von D called Ludwig. And it has like, it's more of a mauve nude. Pop that in the center. Should we leave it matte or give ourselves a gloss? This palette is called Bling Boss, so I think I'm going to give myself a gloss to be like super shiny, but I do like this lip combo. So I'm going to be using this NARS lip lacquer. It's in the shade Santo Domingo. Alright guys, this is the final look. I really like it. I kind of feel like it's a little bit similar to stuff that I've done before, but it is a pretty look. I really like it. I do like this palette. I'm super into the mauves. That middle shade that I used, which was Ballsy, I love it so much because it is like a duochrome. It has like gold reflux with like a violet shimmer. I don't know, it's really different. You can't really see it on camera. I don't know, it looks just so nice. I really like that middle shade. I must say that so far out of the 2 palettes I've tried, the last palette was my favorite. I really like that look that I created with that last palette. But this palette, honestly, it's good. It's different. It's cool tones, purples, all of that jazz. So if you're really into that, then this is a great palette for you. The shade that I used for blush, not a big fan, so I wouldn't recommend that for a blush. If you do want a mauve-y, pretty blush color, I would say pick up the Zodiac palette and the shade the Libra. I know it's an eyeshadow, but that shade is so bomb for a blush. You don't even understand. Like, I just want to bathe in the Libra. So yeah, that's the blush that I have on right now and I love it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and you recreated if you do have the Bling Boss palette from the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. And stay tuned for next week so you can see what other palette from the Vault collection I do a tutorial on. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And turn on your post notifications to see when I post my next video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.